All right, hey guys, wanted to take a minute and talk to you a little bit about keeping yourself in good fighting shape. Um, I'm not getting into the whole beach body thing. I'm not getting into CrossFit. I'm not getting into any of this stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the fads that are involved and basically simplify the whole process for you so that you can basically understand what it is that you should be looking for and how you should be kind of managing yourself. Also, keep in mind that on Sunday is going to be our first live cast, our first official live cast. We did one last week, somewhat unofficial. I was basically just kind of testing out some of the software to see if I can get things working. And things seem to work out all right. So you guys who are interested, Sunday evening at 7:30 Eastern time, you guys can go ahead and log on and ask whatever questions you want, and I'll do my best to answer whatever it is, or maybe if I don't have the answer, I'll point you into a direction where you can maybe find some information. So, okay, so working out. I've been involved in fitness, working out, sports, things like that pretty much my entire life. From baseball at a very young age to weightlifting, bodybuilding, powerlifting, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, Muay Thai, just MMA. Basically my entire life I have been involved in fitness to one degree or another. And one of the things that I've seen in all that time is that all of these fads and these trends that go around regarding diet or workout regimes, things like that, basically what they are is some guy gets together and he takes something that is really quite simple and he overcomplicates the piss out of it and then turns around and sells it to you for a profit. Because after all, if he overcomplicates it, then you have to go to him for the information. Guys, it's really not that difficult. You can boil down things like fitness and getting in shape into three very simple core areas. That is your working out, your diet, and your rest. When you work out, you are essentially tearing down the muscles, okay? You're tearing the muscles down, and in the process, your body recognizes that you're putting it under a great deal of physical stress, and it says, hey, this is more stress than I am able to overcome, so therefore we need to build the muscles back stronger. All right, so now you have to provide it with the building materials. This is where your diet comes in. So now I make sure that I'm getting sufficient amounts of protein, sufficient amounts of carbohydrates, and sufficient amounts of fat. You're not going to be able to get big and get lean at the same time. Okay? So you're going to provide yourself with enough calories and enough protein and carbohydrates to sustain your body and to basically provide the building blocks so that your body has the material it needs to build itself back from your workout where you just tore it down. Then rest. Guys, if you're not resting, you're not going to grow. You're not going to get any bigger. You're not going to get any stronger. You're not going to get any better in any way, because when it all comes down to it, if I tear down the body and then I provide the building materials, the rest is the point in time where my body actually does the rebuilding. It does the act of rebuilding those muscles. So all three are equally important components to making sure that you stay in fighting shape. Now, there's all sorts of things that you can get into, from CrossFit to cross training to Tai Bo, whatever. I mean, there's just all kinds of crap that is going around throughout the day or throughout all these years. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to this. You need to tear the muscle down. That's it. It's that simple. You need to tear it down so that your body starts to send a signal to itself that says, hey, this is a lot of stress. We need to build it back. Then you need to make sure you're getting enough protein and carbohydrates for energy, protein for the building blocks to rebuild those muscles. Then, you need to rest. It's really that simple. It's not as complicated as people are making it. If you understand those three principles and you do those faithfully for any amount of time, you are going to show improvement. You will get stronger. Your cardiovascular strength will get better. Your endurance, muscular endurance, things like this are going to get better. How you train is going to basically affect the types of gains that you're getting, because your body is going to say, hey, I need to run further. I need to lift more. I need to last longer. Whatever it is, God has designed your body to basically read the amount of stress and then counteract that and rebuild in that fashion. So it's an amazing machine that is self-adapting, but it is a machine. Your body is essentially a machine, and you have to treat it as such. So anyway, I wanted to kind of point that out. Maybe on the live cast, if you guys have specific questions, I can address those. I don't want to make the video too long, but I do want to point out that things are not as complicated as people are making them. It's basically just working out, eating right, and resting. So, all right, you guys train hard.